The Battle of Marathon by Liam Smith, Max Leavitt, and Benson Bateman.
In 490 BC, 10,000 Greek warriors charged against the opposing Persian army, composed of 25,000 soldiers. The Greek forces were fighting for everything they loved: their land, country, family, Western culture, and even the world. King Darius had to destroy the Greeks to continue his Western expansion, but the Athenians would not let that happen. Most Greek city-states surrendered when Persian messengers asked them to, except for the opposing Athenians and Spartans, who killed the messengers. This meant they were declaring war against the Persians. The Persians used conflict to force others to compromise and give their land to them and help them grow as the world's largest empire. Athens' refusal to compromise their land to the Persians caused violent conflict in the form of war between the two armies, which led to the Battle of Marathon, changing the world.
Greeks under Persian rule called the Ionians asked for help from all the other Greek city-states to help them escape Persian rule. In 500 BC, the Ionian rebellion started. The Ionians called for help for the Athens and Spartans in particular. The Persians sent their whole army to end the revolt. The Athenians got scared of the Persians and left the Ionians to fend for themselves. Miltiades, a Persian general, tried to betray King Darius during the rebellion to strand him on an island by cutting a bridge. When the king heard about this, he decided to try and kill Miltiades. Miltiades ran to the Greeks to get away from King Darius. He was angry and wanted revenge on the Persians, so he decided to offer his assistance to the Greeks when he heard the Persians were attacking. One of the main reasons why the Persians attacked Greece was because they helped in the Ionian rebellion. The Persians also saw Greece as an easy target because it was a bunch of independent city-states that fought among each other. When King Darius heard the other Greeks helped in the rebellion, he decided to try and capture Greece to stop them from helping the Persians' enemies. He knew that to stop all chance of another threatening rebellion, he had to conquer all the rest of Greece. Darius had a servant remind him 15 times a day that the Athenians helped in the rebellion, so he did not forget. The Persians started a campaign to take a bunch of little islands, including Eretria, before landing at Marathon to take the rest of Greece. The Persians took Eretria because they also helped in the Ionian revolt. The Persians asked the Greek city-states for earth and water before they attacked, symbolizing submission. Athens and Sparta were one of the only city-states to refuse submission. The Persians decided to attack all the Greek city-states who didn't submit, which caused the Battle of Marathon. 2.
The battle took several days before it began, so in the meantime Athens tried to get the Spartans to set aside old conflicts to help in their fight against the Persians. Philippides ran from Athens to Sparta 150 miles in 2 days to ask for help from Sparta. Sparta couldn't help Athens because they were in the middle of the festival of Carneia. But Athens was able to get reinforcements from their ally Plataea. Athens sent 10,000 men to block the road to Athens, including reinforcements from Plataea.
The Persians landed 600 boats with 25,000 infantry, archers, and cavalry. They were now on using conflict to take the rest of Greece. The Persians decided to attack at Marathon because it was the best place for a cavalry to maneuver. There was a 5-day delay before the battle started. The Athenians had to be ready at all times to defend an attack. This probably set the generals on an edge. The whole time, the 10 Athenian generals were trying to decide what to do. 5 of them wanted to attack, while 5 of them wanted to delay. Miltiades was one of the generals that wanted to attack. He went up to Camillus, who proposed that if they didn't attack, that they would be enslaved for the rest of their lives. This helped Camillus decide to attack and break the tie. Some of the generals gave their power to Miltiades.
The Athenians were fighting to keep their country free, while the Persians were fighting to get more land and for revenge. The cavalry were supposedly watering their horses when the Greeks attacked the Persian army. When Miltiades heard this, he had his army walk out to meet the Persians, but stopped at 1,000 feet. The Greeks waited for the Persian army to form, then matched the Greek army to that length.
The Greeks had the center of their army be weak and the wings be strong. The Athenians fought in a phalanx battle formation. The Greek army was 4 men deep at the center and 8 men deep at the wings. The Greek army charged at the enemy as fast as they could from 1,000 feet to get out of archery range. The Persians thought the Greeks' charge to be suicidal madness.
The Greeks have now entered into a fight for their country and their lives. The center of the Greek army held long enough for the wings to wrap around and attack from the back. The Greek center retreated as their wings succeeded in beating the Persians' wings. The Persian army probably thought that they had a breakthrough and tried to chase the retreating army down until they realized that they were being attacked from the back. The Persians couldn't defend both sides of their army, so they retreated to their boats.
The Persians had around 6,400 casualties, while the Greeks only had 192 casualties. Among the dead was Camillus. The Greeks had won against all odds. The Greeks might have won because of the lack of cavalry. Another main reason why the Greeks might have won the battle was the superiority in weapons and armor. The Greeks had heavy bronze armor and thick shields. The Persians had light archer armor and shields made out of bark, very ineffective. The battle proved the superiority of the Greek long spear, sword, and armor over the Persians' weapons.
The victory of Athens was unexpected by even the Athenians. To tell their city that they had won, they sent a messenger named Philippides. Philippides was their best runner. Philippides ran 26.2 miles to Athens to tell them that they had won, then fell dead. Philippides might have died because of how hot it was outside. Philippides might have also died because he had run to Sparta before.
The Battle of Marathon prepared and gave confidence to all of Greece for future conflicts with Persia. The battle gave the Athenians great confidence. The victory gave them confidence that they could win. Greek cities who had submitted to the Persians started to help the Greek cities fighting the Persians in the Greco-Persian War. The battle led to a war that was one of the reasons why the Persian Empire fell.
Greeks have a big influence in our culture today because they won that battle. Greeks established the right to vote. Jim Lacey said that the world will look dramatically different today. Western civilization still uses many of these things that the Greeks created in our world today. If Athens had lost, democracy might never have been created.
Many things that were created or used in the battle are still used and studied today. The marathon is still run. The Battle of Marathon is such an important battle and it is still studied. The maneuver of the Greeks used to win is still studied and used today. Imagine if the world didn't have any influences from the Greek because they decided to compromise and give up their land.
The Battle of Marathon was caused because Athens decided to not compromise with the Persians. This battle is still important today because of all the things that the Greeks invented or created. Most of these things still apply in the world today. The Persians wanted to conquer as much land as possible. Their army scared most people into compromising and giving the Persians their land. All the Greek city-states but Athens and Sparta submitted without conflict. The Athenians understood that sometimes you need to stand up and fight for yourselves no matter what the odds are.